Hi, Pisces. Welcome to your 12 house spread for the first 2 weeks of October. So let's get right into it. In your first house, which represents your sense of self, your identity, your kind of divine spark, your essence, what makes you you, you've got the Hermit. So I feel like you might have a sense of yourself as being a bit in at this time and wanting to shine your light out into the world. I feel like for some of you, that's what's happened. You've had a very in period, and now you're like, I'm shining this out. I've got something to say, baby. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, so the clarifier we have in the first house is the Nine of Wands. And this is very clarifying because the Nine of Wands is kind of that could be like a wounded warrior, but I'm even thinking wounded healer. And that could be in line with what your experiences may be like currently, Pisces. But it's kind of checking out how can I gain the most from these experiences, even though they've been hard. Um, and that is in line with the wounded healer of knowing how to help others because of your own lived experience. Mm.
Beautiful. I love that for you, Pisces. Wounded healer. Lovely. In your second house, you have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords showing up in your house of values, what you're resourced with, how you make your money, your skiff, your sorry, your skills, gifts, resources, and ability that create your abundance. So the Queen of Swords, she's got clarity for the first time. So I feel like you've got clarity around the skills, gifts, abundance, everything that kind of makes you you. You've got this clarity like, yeah, this is how I can create my abundance. So your abundance is going to come from your clear perspective, just your clear seeing, maybe seeing opportunities, having visions and not doubting them. Yeah, really exciting. What's our clarifier say?
Oh, it's coming through in the Two of Cups. So, in the second house, Two of Cups is another two, but it's about duality. The Two of Cups can be a relationship coming through that maybe combined with the Queen of Swords. It's that, oh, I'm seeing clearly finally about this relationship. Or it could be, oh, I'm really seeing clearly about myself now, like my inner self. And that's what's going to bring through the resources that you need, in your work or any way at all that you're building abundance for yourself.
That's beautiful, Em. I also get the sense that you've got greater clarity around your values, and your values is also going to inform your abundance. So, moving on to your third house, Pisces, your third house of communication, you have the Five of Pentacles. So, the Five of Pentacles typically is around not drawing attention to your weaknesses, but I like to say it's about making friends with your vulnerability. And in your house of communication, I get the sense that this is what you're communicating to yourself around your vulnerabilities, and your self talk around your vulnerabilities, which are just the other side of strengths. There's no strength without vulnerability. There's no vulnerability without strength. They're really two sides of the same coin. So you're reframing your self talk around your vulnerabilities is really going to bode well for you. And I feel like some of your communication is going to be more vulnerable, and people are really going to be like, oh, well, maybe now I feel safe to say this. And it's going to draw positive attention to you, Pisces. I think this ties in with what Em was saying about the wounded healer. Perhaps you're able to communicate this now.
Mm.
So, yeah, let's see what our clarifier says.
Yeah. And in order to do that, you need to use this energy, the Emperor, coming through for you. He has been in every reading, I think, almost every reading, for the second half of the zodiac wheel. But the Emperor card is very assertive energy. He's very fiery. He knows how to lead and he's very assertive. Sometimes the darker side of the Emperor card can be that he can be a dictator or very authoritarian. But I think in this position, it's saying for you Pisces that it's useful to tap into that inner fire, even though you're a water sign, even though everybody holds the elements that they're kind of manifesting there. You can always utilize everything within your arsenal in order to communicate what you really need to say. So how can you be more passionate, fiery, assertive? In combination with your lovely, sensitive, watery nature.
I love it. You're being a boss man in communication, but it's healing. How refreshing is that?
Mm.
Wow. Your fourth house of family, home, how you make yourself at home in the world, your chosen family, you have the lovers. So the lovers, wow. So I feel like you're coming into a beautiful kind of lover's energy at home. Maybe there's been a reawakening, or there's about to be a reawakening of your love energy at home. If you're looking for love, it's really positive. It kind of suggests, everyone goes, oh, in order to find love, you have to leave the house. This is showing up in your home, in your fourth house of home. So I don't know, is somebody going to knock at your door, deliver a package? You're going to strike up a conversation? Who knows? I kind of get the sense that you're just feeling more at home with the idea of your current lover or the lover that's coming in. Maybe there's this, oh, I feel so at home with this person, either the current person or the person that's coming in for you. What's that clarifier say?
Mm. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, so in keeping with what you were saying there, Fran, finally seeing clearly about the relationship you're already in or about one that's about to come up for you. But it's also around having clear communication. And maybe that's what's enabling you to have that clarity in the relationship. It's being able to speak well, it's being able to communicate what you really want to say. And that doesn't have to be through words. That can be through nonverbal communication. It can be through favors or kindness or whatever it is that maybe your version or language of how you say things to someone. So really lovely.
I just got a flash for some of you Pisces, those of you youngsters that are still in the share house. I remember those days. And if you've got a mad crush on your housemate, I've been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt. It's looking good for those of you with a crush on a housemate. But moving along to your fifth house of creative expression, how lovely. You have got the Page of Wands. So the Page of Wands is all about following your enthusiasm. So a lot of enthusiasm around your creativity at this time, Pisces. Just keep following that enthusiasm. I get the feeling that this is suggesting that you're getting carried forward. There's a lot of forward moving momentum around your enthusiasm. It's kind of get the sense that you're riding on a wave of enthusiasm around creative expression and creative projects. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, so fifth house, the Seven of Pentacles comes up to kind of remind us that if we have that self-doubting, like self-talk around, is this really worth it, what I'm putting in here? Am I getting what I need from this amount of work? And it's a fair question. It's good to assess that. But it can also just be a reminder of like, absolutely, yes, this is boding well for you. Stay with what you're doing and be persistent to see it through. And that is, hard work really does often result in a really good outcome when you stick with something long enough. And even if it's not exactly what you wanted, it can reveal something very important about yourself or what you're doing.
I kind of get the sense that that enthusiasm card means that that assessment, is this worth it? With the preceding card of like boundless enthusiasm, I kind of get the sense that the answer for most of you will be yes.
Mm.
Yeah, so really interesting. Keep it up with the creative expression there, Pisces. In your sixth house of work, oh, lovely abundance here. You have the Nine of Cups. So work is looking good for you. A lot of abundance coming in. You're getting a sense of fulfillment at work. This is very much a card of fulfillment and like just resting in the sense of fulfillment, feeling that contentment, not feeling depleted, the opposite of depleted, like feeling really nourished. What's that clarifier say, Em?
Mm. Six of Wands. So six in six, that's a really positive sign. And in work and making decisions, I'm getting the sense that in making a decision at work, you're being heralded and congratulated. Maybe this has to do with a really tough call that you're wondering, oh, should I check with the boss or do I need to go out on my own and do this thing? And this is kind of asking you to trust yourself and believe that whatever decision you make, You know what your best interests are, and you'll be able to manifest that for yourself. But also, there's a character in the card that's kind of side-eyeing everyone else in the corner, and that can represent someone else's envy or their spitefulness. It's reminding you, Pisces, don't pay too much attention to that side of things. People will always be around who may scorn you, and it's how you can deflect that energy and protect your own energy from that invasive kind of yeah, that regard. So it's not very helpful. It's not going to take up all your pride, and you can move away from that easily.
Yeah, lovely. Great success. And the jealousy's just bouncing off you.
Hmm.
To say, get in line.
Yeah.
And also, too, jealousy can be a great compliment. Yeah, so it's not toppling you. So nothing to worry about. And perhaps that person just needs a little bit of validation. Throw them a bone if you want to, Pisces. Up to you. You're on your high horse. Stay there if you want. Oh, wow. Okay. Another night coming in. So this is
Oh, yeah.
landing in your seventh house of relationship. So this would suggest maybe a little bit of stuck energy. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that's not moving. The seventh house is about relationships, partnerships, whether they be romantic, platonic, friendships. Like really everything is relationship when you think about it. We are in relationship with whatever we are encountering in whatever moment we're in. So I don't get the sense that you're stuck, given the preceding cards, particularly that Page of Wands of Enthusiasm. I'm not sensing that this is stuckness around relationship. I feel that maybe you're just taking a pause and maybe you're reflecting. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's just that things are steady. And this clarifying card being the death card, it's not necessarily that something bad is happening. It's that some part of the relationship or relationship to yourself, whatever it is that you're focusing on, there is an ending coming to it that is wrapping something up and making space for something new. And if you're in a space of reflecting, oh, is this relationship worth it? That may be it. But it could also be maybe this needs to spell the death of a particular pattern. And once that pattern is shifted, it will make way for newness and reconnection. Like when you discover something new about the person you've known for years and years, and you're just like, how could I have not known that? And it really breathes life into the notion that we never actually own the people that we're connected to. We're just loaning them every day. We're renewing our contract each time we stay in relationship with them. So that's a new, fresh way of looking at people. They're never the same the next day. And yeah, that's what I'm getting through in that reading.
I
Mm.
love that. Some renewal in your relationships, whether they be intimate partners, friendships, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with spirit, whatever that means for you.
Mm.
Lovely renewal and new discoveries. I really love that, Em.
Mm.
Beautiful. So, Pisces, moving right along in your eighth house of transformation. This is a great card. You have the
Yeah.
eight of Ace of Swords. So this is a card of victory. This is a card of decisiveness. This is laser-like focus. And you're getting your crown back, whatever that means for you. Maybe you've been toppled and there's a sense that you're coming back to center. And I think being honored by self and others, and rightly so. So this showing up in your eighth house of transformation, I get the sense that the deep transformational work that you have done on yourself is what's brought this success through for you. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Mm. Page of Swords. So yeah. Oh, I thought we had another page, but anyway. Oh, we did. Page of Enthusiasm and Pentacles. So the Page of Swords is curiosity. It's about checking out what other way you can do all of this that you've been doing. What was that card you just drew? Sorry for this card.
Yeah, this is
Oh,
the
Ace of
Ace of
Swords.
Swords.
Yeah, that's
So
right.
this
Yeah.
is victory. This is victory,
Yeah.
success, and laser-like focus. And I feel
Yeah.
transformation's made this possible for you.
Yeah. So the Ace of Swords
Transformational
connecting
work.
also to what was that?
You keep going.
Okay.
Nothing.
So the Ace of Swords also connecting to speaking your truth, and the Page of Swords being again swords, that's all to do with communication and speaking out, but leaning into your curiosity and what is making you interested in what you need to explore with this transformative energy. Maybe you are using it to transform some stuckness, maybe to do with that Knight of Pentacles that came up in the relationship side of things. But it could also be checking out your options and seeing what's available.
Really nice. In your ninth house, Pisces, of higher mind, expansion, travel, adventure, education, it's also disseminating information, so giving out information. You've got the Queen of Cups. So this is the cup of rules Cancer. So some nice Cancerian energy happening for you around your higher mind. If you were really to follow your heart at this time, Pisces, I feel it would take you on a really beautiful adventure, whether that be an inner adventure or an outer adventure. I feel like you've mastered your emotions. You have deep intuition. You're following your heart. And as a result of that, you're expanding. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah. Oh, the judgment card comes up in this placement. And the judgment card isn't just about being judged, it's about being called forth into your new life. And I think that the Queen of Cups is that intuition, being in the ninth house of higher thinking, higher mind. It's maybe asking you, Pisces, to return to that really strong skill set that you have of reflection on your emotional experiences and trusting your intuition. And maybe you've departed from that somehow. Maybe you've met a fork in the road and gone the path of maybe logic and fact and structure and systems. And how can you kind of come back to that? And the judgment card is saying it's time to have a new life with your natural gifts and the way you explore intuition really well. You've always been able to do that so well. And what that's going to enable you to do is come through with that wounded healer energy of helping use those gifts to benefit your community somehow. I think that's really what it's saying.
Beautiful. Wow, I love that. In your 10th house, Pisces, your 10th house is your career, your contribution to the world, your reputation, your public image. You have the Four of Cups. So this is about a past disappointment, but it's suggesting strongly that this time you won't be disappointed. So in the past, if you've taken a risk or a gamble in the workplace and it hasn't panned out for you, maybe you haven't been backed by your boss or your colleagues, that's not going to happen this time. What's our clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, cool. Oh, quick success with the Eight of Wands. So something around a very strong momentum of success in your public image and your reputation. And yeah, that happening really well in your workplace. So I don't have much more to say to that other than get ready. It's going to be really fast coming in.
Wow, I love it, Pisces. Hold on to your hat. In your 11th house, Pisces, of hopes and wishes, you have the Two of Pentacles. So this is work hard, play hard. This is a card of balance. This is kind of a card too of like duality. So showing up in your house of hopes, dreams, and wishes, I feel like you're wishing for greater balance. Given all of the preceding cards, I have to say that I feel that this is wish fulfillment around that balance. I mean, we're never in perfect balance. We're always striving for balance, but there can kind of be good enough balance. You know, you're not burning out. There's nourishment to self. You're giving yourself what you need. So, yeah, I feel like your wish for balance is really coming into its own. What's that clarifier say, Em?
Yeah, love that, Fran. In the 11th house, we have the Five of Pentacles. So, in this card, we kind of look at what benefit is coming your way. What are you wishing for, as a blessing? It can be that because the card is showing in the window, the stained glass window, there's happiness and joy and celebration happening inside the building, but on the outside, there's people feeling defeated or feeling wounded. And so, how can you transform that wish or whatever it is that you're hoping for into that blessing? Maybe there's something about that wish or that dream that is focused on something debilitating. And I'm kind of getting like maybe you're wishing away something about yourself that could actually be a real benefit to you for having around, and that it's bringing you a lot of positivity anyway. Yeah, that's what I'm getting from
Oh,
that.
I love that, Em. Just when you said that, I got a real flash of, and I can do this too. I think this is very much part of the human condition. Like that card's all about vulnerability. And are you wishing away a vulnerability? But that vulnerability, if you really tap into it, I feel that there's a lot of strength there. And I feel like there's great gifts there to be
Yeah.
sought after. So make friends with your vulnerability, and wishes will come through as a result. In your 12th house, your house, Pisces, you have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is this all that thinking. It's dualistic thinking. She's got that blindfold on. She's going deep within, which is very fitting for the 12th house, which is about going deep within. It's about the unconscious. It's about dreams. It's ruled by Neptune. It's healing. It's all things hidden. It's mystery. So going deep within, being forced to go deep within and harness your intuition. And I feel that this reading is saying that is now what you're doing. This is what you're mastering, and you're able to bring it through and make it serve you. What does our clarifier say, Em?
Yes, the transformation, Pisces, is through healing your wounded heart. And I think that's really the ultimate message of this entire reading. With the Three of Swords, swords is communication and ideas, but it's in a three, and maybe there was like a bit of a I don't know, I'm getting like a love triangle or something happening, a triangulation of some kind of connection that was really painful and that you're trying to move past. And I think maybe that's where the Two of Swords is coming in. So it's Two of Swords and then Three of Swords. How do you turn inward and stay with yourself and stay true to your values in order to heal this pain, and not allow it to fester and become suffering and become shaming? And if it is shameful, the whole reading, the entire spread has been showing you the way and how to release yourself from that. So take heed with in the seventh house of relationships, but any other house that really resonated. And it's looking really amazing and positive for you, Pisces.
You really are the wounded healer. That's what I get loud and clear with that. Um, Three of Swords. Sorry, I just had a little blank there. Yeah, what I get really clearly is that you're the wounded healer, and I think in the past you've looked externally and maybe idolized other people as the healers, as the spiritual gurus. And I don't know if you've been hurt by them or disillusioned. Sometimes that you find out your wonderful spiritual healer, guru person that you absolutely loved. You hear some scandal about them. I don't know if that's resonating for some of you, but I get generally with all of you, come into your own. You're a wounded healer. Love
Mm.
it, Pisces.
Yeah, thanks for reading with us, Pisces, and we'll see you in the second half of October.